How do you feel seen? And then in that vein, how do you create a space for other artists like yourself to find belonging and feel seen?
It's stuff like this. Like this interview and you doing this series. This is what I always wanted to see. That's what I always wanted to do, and I wanted to see other people that look like me doing this.
Plain and simple, the purpose of Reverb is to expand the reach of Black musicians in non-traditional, non-hip-hop and R&B spaces to normalize Black people in those spaces, because we created all of American music, including rock and roll. And so we're trying to bring that back. We're trying to reclaim these spaces and make it normal for us to exist, and also demonstrate the talent and the artistry that's here.
Reverb, live recording, take one.
Nathan Graham from Chicago, Illinois. Place belongs for y'all. Sick of waiting on your call. Promise that you'd be there. Wouldn't have stayed so long with nobody else. The way you treat me ain't fair. You said I had something to say. You said I had something more. Said you never felt this way, and I never felt this before. Will I be your fool? And I can't help myself. Rather take the chance of you breaking my heart and be with somebody else. Know me and my best. Know you at your worst. You tell me lies and I'll find a way to compromise, until I've got nothing left. Will I be your fool? I can't help myself. Rather take the chance of you breaking my heart and be with somebody else. Will I be your fool? I can't help myself. Rather take the chance of you breaking my heart than be with somebody else.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to sit down with you today.
Thank you.
So tell me a bit about your music. What inspires you to create?
I've listened to and played a lot of blues music growing up. That was like my way of, that was how I got into music. Was playing blues guitar. I didn't sing or write music or anything like that. I just literally just wanted to play guitar. I kind of still just want to do that. I'm not really, I don't fancy myself a singer or a songwriter. However, it's like that's sort of like something that I've always loved as well, like loving lyrics has been something, but I didn't think that I could actually do that. Anything from Freddie King to Joe Cocker to Jimi Hendrix. Obviously, you weren't Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, like, pull a lot of influence from him. Bob Dylan, Nina Simone. You know, anything that was like folk or rock based, coming out of like 60s, 70s, even some stuff out of the 80s. That was like what I wanted to hear and what I wanted to play.
Okay. What drove you to choose that path with those genres in particular?
I think it was my parents. Like, my mom listened to a lot of Motown, a lot of Sound of Philadelphia. She kind of just listens to everything. I think there's only maybe one genre she can't get with. But for the most part, she listens to pretty much everything. She'll be telling me about new bands and artists and everything. My dad is more of singer-songwriter side. Listens to a lot of like Dopey Gray, John Denver. He also really loves Supertramp. I don't know. Cheap Trick. Yeah, so yeah.
So, okay. So you're from Chicago. Tell me about your experience playing on the north side of Chicago, especially being in predominantly white spaces.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that experience?
I don't want to. Exhausting, to be quite honest. A lot of times it's you kind of get into a space and it's either one of two things. They're either like super obsessed with you, or they ignore you, and it's a little off-putting. It's like, just I'm here. Just treat me like a normal person. It's fine. I'm not a superhero. I got it. You know, or acknowledge that I'm here at least. You know. So it's a little bit of both. And then on top of that, playing blues, it was like I didn't really see anybody. I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me, especially around the time that I was playing blues, which felt odd for me, you know, because all the photos that I had seen and all the documentaries that I watched, it was like the Checkerboard Lounge and Lee's Unleaded Blues Club and all those places, and it was like mostly people that looked like me. So it's like when I got there and I was playing it, it wasn't, and that threw me off a little bit.
So on that note of either feeling like too seen or completely ignored, how do you feel seen? And then in that vein, how do you create a space for other artists like yourself to find belonging and feel seen?
I think just like stuff like this. Like this interview and you doing this series. This is what I always wanted to see, what I always wanted to do, and I wanted to see other people that look like me doing this. Especially because even my contemporaries, like, you know, Kishona and Philip Michael Scales and Buffalo Nichols, Abraham Alexander, those type of people, like even when we see each other, it's very few far in between. It's never like we're all in the same place all together at the same time. So it's hard it is kind of difficult to feel seen and to, you know, you'll see each other like passing in a hallway and just be like, hey man, like like we're both here. This is rough, but we're both here and we'll see each other later, you know? Yeah.
Everything can be replaced. That every distance is not need. But I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. 'Cause every man needs protection. That every man must fall. That's why I see my reflection somewhere behind the wall. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released.
So, what Black artists of past and present, and you did mention a couple, so feel free to touch on those, but who inspires you of Black artists, either contemporary or from past?
Brittany Howard.
Ooh, yes,
Yeah.
say more.
The way she approaches guitar is interesting. The way she approaches lyrics is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she can ride the line between so many genres is inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she can do, she can do a straight blues song and then she has a project called Thunder Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a punk project. She's just wailing on guitars for 2.5 minutes each song, So the fact that she can ride between those and also be so accepted in all of those genres and all those places, that's inspiring. And I can say, like, I can do that too. Like, and so many other kids can do that. And especially because she is a Black woman, because you have there's a hierarchy. It's like, it's already hard enough to be Black in rock and roll or an alternative genre. It's even harder to be a Black woman in an alternative genre. Because they always kind of want to, one of the things that I hate that happens, it's almost like you have to be compared to the last one. So it's like people will be like, oh man, you sound like Lenny Kravitz. Like, no, I don't. It's like, I don't, I don't sound like him. So the fact that she can be her, nobody sounds like her, you can't compare her to anyone. You can hear the influences that she has, but she is her own person.
I love that you said Brittany Howard. So, what do you think of Black musicians? What do you think that Black musicians in non-traditional spaces need most right now?
Money? No. No, seriously, that's really what it is. It's money gets you recognition in a certain sense. It pays for PR. It pays for advertising. Spotify campaigns, Apple Music campaigns. you know, that is really, like, a lot of money goes towards like hip hop and R&B, which I think is great as well. But one of the things that we all talk about when we do get together is we really don't get the funding the way that our white counterparts do, you know, and sometimes we're kind of lapping them a lot of times, and you know, in touring and Spotify numbers and Instagram numbers and TikTok numbers and things like that, but we're not getting the same funding that they get and the same leeway that they get. So it's like, you take a person like an Abraham Alexander, you know, his album has to do amazing or it's not going to be a second album. So, yeah, funding, really. That's a huge part of it.
That's real.
And more of us telling our stories as opposed to us trying to break into a space. We just make our own space and do that. Yeah.
Spend all of my time sleep at the wheel. Never thought I'd get too far. I crawl down this road that's known. I just want my story told. Leave a trail of broken hearts. So we weren't made to suffer. Too much pride to cry. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. One of these days, I know what to say. I'll get it right. Dive after dive, I lean after Jolene. One more battle down, staring at the crowd, and it all looks the same. What's the name of this old town? So we were meant to suffer. But I'd rather die young than fade away. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. One of these days, I know what to say. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. I'll get it right. One of these days, I know what to say. One of these days, I know what to say. One of these days, I know what to say. I'll
So what's next? What's on the horizon for you and your music? What's coming up?
I'm working on an album right now.
Okay.
I got about 8 or 9 songs that I know I want to be on the album. Got a tour coming up in November. That's going to be mostly Midwest and the South. And I think we're doing another show here. Hopefully November 20th. I think. So hopefully it's going to be at White Rabbit. So that'll be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great chatting with you. I appreciate your time.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I look at y'all?
I look at y'all now. Can I acknowledge y'all?